Welcome back. Do you think you're good at reading people? Well, our next guest is a micro-expressions expert who's made a living from just how good she is.
Yes, and her new book is called Diary of a Human Lie Detector, and she's here to share some of her tips and tricks with us. Please welcome Annie Sarnblad to the show. So good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
I'd say most of us think that we're pretty good at recognizing, you know, the normal expressions like sadness or anger, but you are an expert in something called micro-expressions. You're an expert in it. Break down what that means first for us.
Okay, so Darwin was one of the first people to categorize the facial expressions of the human species. And we know that humans, regardless of age, ethnicity, gender, geographic location, socialization, even people who are born blind, make the same facial expressions.
Oh, no way.
And we make the macro expressions. We are hardwired as a species to make these facial expressions, each corresponding to a specific emotion. And we train our kids out of these macro expressions because some of them are quite rude.
Okay.
But the micro expression precedes the thought process. It leaks out of us all day long on every human being.
So I can imagine it's like a microsecond almost before people
Yeah, it can be up
correct.
to a 25th of a second.
Okay.
We don't even realize we're doing it.
Interesting.
And it precedes the thought process. It's subconscious, and it's universal to our species.
Okay. So can you break down a micro expression right here for us?
Sure.
Okay.
So the facial expression of disgust, which is, you know, when you have a little kid and you bring them the airplane of the spoon with the food and they don't want to eat it, they do this.
Okay.
We actually shut off our nasal passages.
Okay, so
our sense of smell. It's something's toxic is not allowed in. So it's what I call the no face. That's the big macro expression. And we train our kids, don't make that face at your sister, right? Or don't make that face to your grandma when she comes close to give you a hug. But the micro-expression leaks. So the micro-expression corresponds to the full puzzle of each expression, and it's just a little piece that...
Oh, so just a tiny...
You see that? Just a little...
Just a little twitch.
And it would happen for a second before they switched to a fake smile.
Oh. Now I'm self-conscious. Now I'm like... Annie?
Yeah, you are, baby.
Annie? Sorry.
Like you're happy to see me, right?
I'm very happy to see you. There's actually a science to this. What were you certified in?
Facial action coding system, which is the ability to, it's a certification, and they use the 10,000 different muscle combinations in human expression. And it is shortened down to use action units, meaning that certain groups of muscles in our facial expressions. Now you're really nervous.
I know, now I'm thinking so hard about my face right now as you talk to me, but I'm listening.
You're listening. So we use action units, and so there's a mathematical coding system to get the facial expressions. Now, I'm not a particularly mathematical person, but I lived abroad for 25 years, 9 different countries. I studied 8 languages through immersion. I spent years of my life not understanding what people are saying. So I caught on to the facial expressions, and I passed the certification, but then I simplified the whole field of science because my work has always been translating and simplifying. And I wanted to teach my children to recognize predatory behavior and to see who they can trust.
Oh, that's fascinating.
That's good.
Okay, so you not only teach your children, you actually teach, you know, grown adults how to really code and see and recognize these micro expressions. So I imagine this could be really, really valuable in many walks of life. So who are your clients typically?
So initially it was people in extreme positions of power and wealth, even people who were bringing me in to teach their children to recognize predatory behavior to reduce kidnapping risk. People in high-stakes negotiation where there was just a lot, you know, that was going to stand or fall on that negotiation. So I would initially just go into the negotiations and read the other party and tell the person, you know, is this person aligned with you? Are they telling the truth? Is the technology going to be ready to market within 3 months like they're telling you? And then it sort of spread from there. I do teachers, psychologists, camp counselors, anybody who works with people where you really need to understand what someone else is feeling, recognizing distress, mental health issues with children. And I do a lot of work these days with young people, and particularly women who are out in the dating world, trying to figure out, is this person into me? Are they excited about me? And do they care about me?
All right, so you know what? Let's get into that. Okay, so if you're on a date... When you're on a date with someone, what should you be looking for?
Okay, over, in, and under the eyes.
Okay.
Okay. So when we really like someone, we give them bedroom eyes. We lower the shades. Right? Right? We just let our eyelids slip like halfway down our irises. We could maybe show them a bit of neck, but but it's like we're letting the shades down. So we're just kind of, that's what bedroom eyes are. We're just relaxing our eyelids. We're
Okay,
giving
so
them
it's
a
not
little
that they're
eyelid.
tired. They
No, they're into you. Okay.
And then we look in the eye, so we're looking for a dilation of the pupils. Our pupils swell when we're like, gimme, 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 gimme. So whether it's sex or money or chocolate for me, or are you looking at that food today?
Yes.
You're
I
like,
did give it my.
ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you say that
Coffee.
every emotion has a primary location on our face. So if we want to get a sense of how vulnerable someone is being, we don't have a lot of time left, but what should we be paying attention to?
The chin. Our achy breaky heart is on our chin. So when you're feeling tenderness, love, vulnerability is a piece of romantic love. It's a piece of empathy. It's a piece of sadness. I feel for you and with you. We take this smooth grape and we turn it into a raisin.
Just even a subtle one.
Just
okay.
subtle.
Okay.
I love that. All right, so the next time we're negotiating with our boss, you say that we should pay, right? We all want to pay attention to this one. We should pay close attention to their mouth. Why is that?
Okay, so in our mouth, we can see if somebody's angry by tightening the lips. We can see what I call the oh crap muscle, which is just a slight bit of fear, like that's not gonna go well.
Okay.
We can see the vulnerability. We can see disgust, which is right above, which is like, no, I don't like that price. I don't like that position or that thing, right? Or we can give the knowing smile, which is, I know exactly about that, all about that.
Okay, I love that.
Okay.
So we have about a minute left. If we're quickly trying to scan someone's body language, we tend to focus on the upper body, but you
Right.
say we should also pay attention to the lower body as well. So
Yeah,
talk
so
about
if you two are talking and I approach you from the side, if you wanna include me, you're gonna open a foot. Nobody pays attention to what their feet are doing, but we automatically either include somebody by opening our foot, or if we want to leave our conversation, we start pointing a foot where we want to go.
Okay, as we head into the rest of our day, is there one thing that you could tell us to look out for?
Yeah, in lie detection, you're going to look for the mismatch. The words and the facial expressions. The facial expressions are subconscious. They're going to tell you the truth. So if I'm saying, nice to see you, and I'm growling, that's a problem. If I'm showing nice to see you and I'm raising my infoorbital triangles, my cheeks, and I'm showing my little smile bags, that's good.
That's real.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure to have you here.
Yes, it was.
Hey, thank you so much for being here. That was fantastic. Very informative. Now, the book is called A Diary of a Human Lie Detector, and you can buy yourself a copy now, but for our lucky members of our studio audience, you all are going home with your very own copy. All right, let me fix my face. We'll be right back.
Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.